good morning. This climb is for our brother firefighter Kenneth Kumpel out of the Pride of the Westside, ladder 25, housed with Division 3 and Collapse Rescue 1. This 110 is given in honor and respect of the ultimate sacrifice made on 9/11/2001 so that others could live. This climb is dedicated to his wife Nancy and sons Carl and Gregory. He will never be forgotten. He will always be remembered. And right now he's going 110 floors to the top of the tower, symbolically, in the 343 commitment and still counting memorial climb. For a husband, a father, and our brother. Started off as a truck driver, went to the NYPD, and went to the FDNY about 3 years later. He will not be forgotten. His legacy will carry forward. And this climb is also dedicated to his son Carl, who followed his footsteps and is a probationary firefighter with the FDNY. This climb is to always remember the sacrifice made, and for you, our brother, to know your father's memory will carry forward. This climb is dedicated to the FDNY off and on the line, to the Pride of the Westside. And right now we're going vertical for our brother firefighter Kenneth Kumpel, ladder 25, who was posthumously promoted to Fire Marshal within the FDNY. Our brother who wore both the red and blue with pride on the NYPD and the FDNY. We will always remember the sacrifice made that others would live. Pushing them up 110 floors. So, Fire Marshal Kumpel, as I said, he was posthumously promoted. He's the third from Pride of the Westside, ladder 25, to be carried vertical. Joining Matty Barnes and Collins, who've been carried up already. Our brother was a husband to Nancy for 18 years and a father to Carl and Gregory, his sons. He actually built the house where they live in Cornwall. Very meticulous on the way things were done for the family. From the stained glass to the tiling floors. It was his masterpiece, his work of art, which he also did some work out at the Pride of the Westside at 25s, to which he was also a practical joker. He took one of the fridges one time from what it was saying, and he took the hinges and reversed them so it opened the opposite direction. And then he made some furniture on a bed with some empty soda cans. Or it was a couch, I'm not sure which one it was. But when somebody would sit down, they find out a sinking feeling pretty quick. He loves spending time with his sons, and they love the Hudson River. Together as a family, they had a boat, and this boat was called the Bat Boat. So they would take the Bat Boat out on the Hudson. This climb is given to respect the sacrifice made so that others could live. On 9/11/2001, on the back of the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil, our brothers showed bravery and heroism and rescued upwards of 25,000. Continuing on to the recovery efforts, the ants still counting, working the pile of ground zero for hours, days, weeks, months, years, to bring resolve. This is 110, to never forget, to always remember. This is why we climb. Carrying our brothers, finishing their footsteps, taking them to the 110th floor, the symbolic top of those towers. And right now, this is for Fire Marshal Kenneth Kumpel, posthumously promoted from Ladder 25's Pride of the Westside, Yosemite Sam. This climb is his. For his son, Carl Kumpel, with the FDNY. Your father's story will carry on. Your legacy will continue on. And your family. The legacy firefighter for the FDNY, Carl Kumpel, is following his father's footsteps. This is 110 floors to honor the sacrifice, to honor his legacy, to carry him and finish his footsteps. Our brother, who was a husband to Nancy for 18 years, previous NYPD, before making that transition to the FDNY. Our brother went with both sides. Started blue, went with red. We cannot forget his service to the citizens of New York. His time will always be remembered. Never forgotten. The pride of the Westside, Yosemite Sam, is hitting the vertical trail again. Just as it did with firefighter Matty Barnes and Collins. Taking it vertical to the top of the tower. one there. For our brother firefighter, Kenneth Kumpel, who was posthumously promoted to Fire Marshal with the FDNY. And right now, finishing his footsteps. Responded in the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history. The heroism and bravery shown will not be forgotten. We will never forget those sacrifices made on 9/11 and after, with those who worked the pile at Ground Zero. The end's still counting. Kyle Kumpel with the FDNY, your father will not be forgotten. Nancy, your husband will not be forgotten. And Gregory, your father will not be forgotten. This is 110 floors in honor and respect to his legacy left behind. Pushing him up to the top vertical. Welcome from southern New Mexico, Station 2, Sunland Park Fire Department. We're the home of the 343 commitment and still counting. Right now we're taking another brother vertical, finishing his footsteps. Our brother who built his own home for his family during Cornwall, raised 2 sons with his wife Nancy, Carl and Gregory. Was known to be a practical joker. At 25s at the pride of the Westside, he took a refrigerator and put the hinges on it so it opened up backwards, and then made a empty soda can underneath the mattress, so when somebody would lay down, they weren't laying down for too long. This climb is for honor and respect given to the sacrifice made so that others could live. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. 110 floor memorial climb for Fire Marshal Kenneth Kumpel, firefighter from the part of the Westside, ladder 25, posthumously promoted to Fire Marshal. And right now he's going vertical. Finishing his footsteps. He had a love of living right next to the Hudson, going out on his boat that the family nicknamed the Bat Boat. Our brother started as a truck driver, went to the NYPD, and came over to the FDNY. Last assignment was Ladder 25 in the Pride of the Westside. Housed with Division 3 and Collapse Rescue 1. We cannot forget the sacrifices made so that others could live. And right now, we're going vertical for a fire marshal with the FDNY. Posthumously promoted for Kenneth Kumpel. Pride of the Westside, Ladder 25. Carrying him to the 110th floor. Pushing him up. Getting nice and foggy again. Nice little sun up in here. But this climb is underway. So we're going all the way to the top. Our Fire Marshal Kenneth Kumpel, posthumously promoted, a firefighter off of the Pride of the Westside, Ladder 25. Yosemite Sam, third brother going vertical from Yosemite and the Pride of the Westside. Pushing in vertical. Giving an honor and respect. Married for 18 years. Had 2 sons. One, Carl, went into the FDNY following his father's footsteps. So brother, Carl, your father and his legacy will always live on. You're following his footsteps. His story will live on. This is the reason behind the 343 commitment and still counting. 110 floor climbs for all 343 brothers, followed by the end still counting 110 floor memorial climbs for those that worked around zero. So right now, this is his 110 floors. Going vertical. Fogging up, going vertical. Another brother, soon to reach that top. The 110th floor, symbolically at the top of the tower upon completion of this climb. At 19 minutes and 40 seconds, we're at the 74th floor of 110. Got 2 more verticals, and this climb will be complete. Our brother will always be remembered. His wife Nancy, his sons Carl and Gregory. We will not forget. Like I said, his son Carl Kumpel followed his father's footsteps, and is now part of the FDNY. Continuing his legacy of his father and his family. And right now, we're going vertical with honor and respect. Part of the Westside, Yosemite Sam is making that upward trip again. Pushing him up. You meet Matty Burns and John Collins at the top of the tower once we get there, since they've already been carried up for his truck. And it is getting warm in here. Pushing it vertical. To always remember the sacrifice made so that others would live. A previous member of the NYPD before moving over to the FDNY. Our brother's legacy will carry forward. This is the 343 commitment, and still counting. 110th floor Memorial Stair Climb for posthumously promoted Fire Marshal Kenneth Kumpel, assigned to the part of the Westside, ladder 25, during 9/11. And right now, we're getting there. For our brother, Kenneth Kumpel, posthumously promoted to Fire Marshal within the FDNY. For his son, Carl Kumpel, who's now with the FDNY. Your father's legacy will carry on. To his wife, Nancy, and sons Carl and Gregory, I promise he will not be forgotten. For his work in building your house in Cornwall, to his time raising his sons, to his work at the FDNY, at multiple houses, with his last one being the Pride of the Westside ladder 25, assigned with Division 3 and Collapse Rescue 1. This 110 floors is to bring his story to the forefront, to never forget. This is why we climb. And right now, we're going vertical for posthumously promoted Fire Marshal Kenneth Kumpel. A husband, father, our brother, a practical joker. There are 25s where he took the hinges off the fridge and put it on the other side so that it opens the opposite way to the empty soda can mattress that somebody sat on. We cannot forget his legacy, his story, This is his 110. Number 2 for the tour. Part of the west side's going vertical. Yosemite Sam is about to reach that top. Working towards that next milestone. This is the 177th brother. Taking vertical. How's it going? Good. I don't know if they told you, but we got scorpions going around now. Inside. Right. We found a few last shift.
Okay.
So now we're at the 101st floor. For Fire Marshal, who was posthumously promoted. Kenneth Kumpel. Yeah, they were in the bathroom.
The bathroom?
In that front area where the training room is.
Yeah.
That's where we found them at.
Alright.
Not sure where they're coming from.
One of the things is the doors with the weather sheet on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
That's where they come in from.
Okay. Finishing the last few floors for our brother, Kenneth Kumpel. Part of the west side. Ladder 25. And we're almost to completion. Here he is, right here. Kenneth Kumpel. His son, Carl Kumpel, now a member of the FDNY, in his continued legacy to his father. Taking him to the 110th floor so that others could live. Going vertical as we speak. Almost to the 110. A climb given in honor and respect and the sacrifices made. It's his wife Nancy and sons Carl and Gregory. His sacrifice, his legacy will never be forgotten. This is 110 floors to honor and carry him 110 floors to finish his footsteps to the top of the tower. Going there now. Almost there. Getting there. A 110. Brother, Fire Marshal Kenneth Kumpel, FDNY, signed the ladder 25 on 9/11 prior to the Westside. Rest easy. We got it from here.